supervisor here in the Mount Cafe. I'm going to be asking him some questions about project management and how he deals with managing his cafe. So my first question is, how many people do you usually have during peak times on the weekends?
Anywhere from 1 to 200.
200 people? Wow. Does that vary when we have karaoke night or?
Karaoke is different. They're not all customers that come to karaoke. The amp takes care of all that. That's out here.
Oh, okay.
Not as many people who are doing karaoke.
So you guys don't have to manage them necessarily, because not everyone.
Manage them.
Oh, you don't manage them?
Amp goes in.
Awesome. Out of the serving stations behind the cafe, what do you think is the bottleneck? Which means, what do you think takes the most time? Is it the one who's preparing the food, the one who's ordering the food, or the one who's helping?
The one who's preparing the food.
Okay.
Definitely.
So how many people do you usually have during peak times on the weekends? And you said it was 11 o'clock p.m.?
11 to 2.
11 to 2. How many people do you have mostly during the peak times? Like workers in the back?
5.
You have 5 people? Okay. And what is each station?
There's someone on the register, there's somebody on the grill, somebody giving out food, somebody and 2 people at Starbucks.
Okay. So what is your role throughout the whole managing process? Do you also help out with any of those?
Definitely, I do everything.
You do everything? Well, thank you, Tommy. You're a great supervisor. Good afternoon, Dr. Chaco. Today I'm going to be talking about Module 2, which is Supply Chain Operation and Company Strategy. And I'm also going to be discussing the bottleneck. So first I'm going to be talking about the previous interview that I had with the supervisor named Tommy in the cafe. So some of the key points that I got from it was that the peak time was during 11 to 2 a.m. 1 to 200 students usually come during this time, and they are not always customers who actually purchase things in the cafe. This is because on the weekends they have this event called karaoke, which Tommy and the cafe are not responsible for. And then I went further on to talk about the bottleneck. So first of all, Tommy does not know what the bottleneck is. So I had to explain that the bottleneck is the part of the supply chain system that takes the most. So he said that the bottleneck was definitely the worker making the food. And then I said, well, how many workers are inside when we are making foods and during our peak time? And he said 5 workers. So he said there was 5 workers, including Starbucks. And Tommy's role is pretty much to do everything in the cafe. So to sum it up, he learned what the bottleneck was, which is the part of the supply chain system that takes the most, and that is the worker who implements the food. So now I'm going to talk about what value does this organization offer customers, meaning Mount students. And that is competing on speed and variety. So the reason why I wrote speed was because since there are 5 workers, they usually work really fast in the cafe, and I know this by experience because I've been to the karaoke events, and usually everyone buys something, there's this long line, and I've seen them struggle, but the food and the variety of it is definitely something that I see that looks out. The variety of the food can go from hamburgers to quesadillas to chili fries and many other things. So overall, Tommy is running a great cafe, and he is a good supervisor. And that is what the bottleneck is, and talks about Module 2, which is Supply Chain Operations and the Company Strategy, which is the Mount Cafe. Now I'm going to talk about what Task 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 implements during the peak time. So Task 1 is the register, Task 2 is the preparation of materials, Task 3 is the preparation of food, Task 4 is packaging, and Task 5 is handling the food. And Starbucks is an extra component that is added on to the cafe. So, during my own experience in the cafe, I have seen that when I want to buy something, it takes up to the most 30 seconds, and that is worker 1. Then worker 2 prepares materials, and that takes 15 seconds, and the most that the food usually takes is 3 minutes. And then the packaging the food is also 30 seconds, along with handling the food, which is 5 seconds. From this chart, you can see that the bottleneck is the preparation of the food. So if you moved Task 3 to Task 2, so Task 2 could help Task 3, then this could create a better solution and shorten up the time for the bottleneck.